Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again. In part 2, we took an in-depth journey into the captivating world of Atomfall, exploring its stunning visual artistry, atmospheric design, and the meticulous environmental storytelling that creates a truly immersive experience. We uncovered how every shadow, light, and sound was carefully crafted to transport you into a world that feels both mysterious and alive. Now that you've experienced the rich and immersive realms of Atomfall, get ready to shift gears. In Part 3, Mastering Atomfall, the secrets behind its game-changing mechanics, we're diving deep into the core gameplay. We'll reveal the innovative control schemes, dynamic combat dynamics, and intricate puzzles that redefine what interactive gaming can be. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, and get ready to master the mechanics that make Atomfall a revolutionary gaming experience. At its heart, Atomfall's gameplay is built on a robust framework that prioritizes responsiveness, fluidity, and player agency. The game's developers have meticulously designed a control scheme that strikes a delicate balance between precision and accessibility, ensuring that both hardcore gamers and newcomers can appreciate its intricacies. The control system in Atomfall is a refined evolution of classic platformer inputs merged with modern innovations. Players are granted an intuitive set of commands that allow for seamless movement, interaction, and combat. The responsiveness of the controls plays a crucial role in immersing the player in the game's world. Every jump, dash, and attack is engineered to feel satisfying and natural. Precision and fluidity. The movement mechanics are fine-tuned so that even split-second decisions result in smooth, fluid actions on screen. The game's physics engine supports this by ensuring that momentum, acceleration, and deceleration are all calibrated to enhance gameplay immersion. Contextual actions. One of the innovative aspects is the dynamic control system that adapts based on environmental contexts. For instance, when near interactive objects or hidden pathways, the system may suggest alternate moves or offer subtle hints to the player. Accessibility and customization. Recognizing the diverse gaming community, Atomfall provides extensive customization for controls. Whether using a keyboard and mouse or a game controller, players can adjust sensitivity, remap buttons, and tailor the control experience to suit their play style. Atomfall's movement system is designed to be deceptively simple on the surface, while offering deep layers of complexity for those who invest time in mastering its nuances. Basic navigation. The foundational movements, running, jumping, and crouching, are reminiscent of classic platformers, ensuring that players immediately feel at home. However, these basic mechanics are just the tip of the iceberg. Advanced maneuvers. As the game progresses, players are introduced to more complex movements, such as wall running, double jumping, and momentum-based dashes. Each maneuver is carefully introduced through in-game tutorials and environmental cues, encouraging experimentation. Momentum and physics. The game's physics engine doesn't just dictate movement, it becomes an integral part of the challenge. Players must learn to harness momentum when navigating long jumps or tricky platform sequences, where the correct application of force can be the difference between success and a frustrating fall. Combat in Atomfall is a multifaceted affair that goes beyond the simple hit-and-run formula. It's an arena where strategy, timing, and adaptability are essential, and every encounter is designed to test the player's mastery of the game's mechanics. One of the key innovations in Atomfall's design is its multifaceted combat system. Rather than relying on a single mode of attack, the game offers a varied arsenal that encourages players to adapt their approach based on the situation at hand. Melee versus ranged combat. Players have access to both melee and ranged combat options. Melee combat is characterized by quick, precise strikes and parry mechanics, while ranged combat involves strategic positioning and resource management. The interplay between these combat styles creates dynamic encounters where the player's choices are critical. Special abilities and combos. In addition to traditional combat moves, Atomfall introduces special abilities that can be combined in creative ways. These abilities, ranging from temporary shields to explosive counterattacks, reward players who experiment with different combinations. As players progress, mastering combo attacks becomes crucial for dealing with tougher adversaries. Adaptive AI opponents. The enemies in Atomfall are designed with adaptive AI that challenges players to continuously refine their combat strategies. Enemies learn from the player's habits, forcing gamers to adopt new tactics as the difficulty ramps up. This evolving combat system is a testament to the game's commitment to replayability and engagement. The combat system is underscored by a sophisticated risk-reward mechanic that requires players to constantly weigh their options. Timing and precision. Success in combat is heavily reliant on timing. Each enemy has specific patterns and vulnerabilities, and players must learn to anticipate these to land successful hits. A well-timed dodge or parry not only prevents damage, but can also open up opportunities for counterattacks. Resource management. Alongside physical prowess, players must also manage in-game resources, such as energy for special abilities and health regeneration. This adds an extra layer of strategy. Using a powerful ability at the wrong moment can leave a player vulnerable to counterattacks. Environmental interaction. The battlefield is not static. Players can use the environment to their advantage by triggering traps, using cover, or luring enemies into disadvantageous positions. This aspect of combat design is a nod to classic arena shooters while also incorporating modern strategic elements. Atomfall's combat isn't merely a gameplay mechanic. It is interwoven with the game's narrative. Each combat encounter is designed to further the story, revealing new facets of the world and its characters. Narrative-driven battles. Certain encounters are scripted to reveal critical narrative elements. For example, a boss battle may not only test the player's skills, but also serve as a turning point in the story, shedding light on a character's backstory or the origins of a conflict. Emotional impact. The intensity of combat is balanced by moments of narrative reflection. When the stakes are high, the game leverages its musical score and environmental cues to heighten the emotional resonance of each battle, ensuring that the player feels a deep connection to the unfolding drama. Beyond fast-paced combat and precise navigation, Atomfall offers a rich layer of puzzle solving that leverages its environment as both a challenge and a storytelling device. These puzzles are not arbitrary obstacles, but are designed to integrate seamlessly with the game's lore and visual design. Atomfall's puzzles are embedded in the very fabric of its world. Rather than relying solely on abstract riddles, the game utilizes environmental elements to craft challenges that are both logical and atmospheric. Contextual clues. The design of the world itself provides hints for solving puzzles. A series of symbols on a wall, the positioning of shadows, or even subtle auditory cues can offer the necessary insights for progression. This approach transforms every corner of the game into a potential puzzle waiting to be solved. Integration with world building. Environmental puzzles often serve a dual purpose. In solving a puzzle, players might also unlock backstory elements or secret areas that deepen their understanding of the game's lore. For instance, solving the mystery of a malfunctioning security system in a derelict building might reveal clues about the fall of a once great civilization. Layered complexity. Puzzles in Atomfall come in varying degrees of difficulty. Early puzzles introduce the basic logic and mechanics, while later challenges require multi-step solutions that involve combining various game elements, such as timing, spatial awareness, and resource management, to succeed. A standout feature of Atomfall is its use of physics-based puzzles that rely on the game's robust physics engine. These puzzles are designed to feel organic, making full use of the game's dynamic environmental systems. Object manipulation. Players can interact with a variety of objects in the environment. Whether it's pushing a heavy crate to reach a higher platform or triggering a series of mechanisms to open a secret passage, these interactions are governed by realistic physics that enhances immersion. Chain reactions. Some puzzles are designed around chain reactions. A small action, such as knocking over a series of domino-like objects, can have cascading effects, altering the environment in ways that open up new paths or reveal hidden items. Temporal and spatial challenges. Timing plays a critical role in these puzzles. For example, players may need to activate switches in a particular sequence or navigate moving platforms that require split-second precision. These challenges are not only tests of reflexes, but also require thoughtful planning and situational awareness. Atomfall's puzzle design also heavily emphasizes rewarding the curious. Players who take the time to explore every nook and cranny of the environment are often met with hidden challenges and bonuses. Secret areas and Easter eggs. Throughout the game, there are hidden rooms and secret pathways that are unlocked by solving environmental puzzles. These areas may contain rare items, lore entries, or even mini-boss encounters, offering an extra incentive for exploration. Narrative layers. The puzzles are deeply intertwined with the narrative. In some cases, solving a particularly challenging puzzle not only allows the player to progress, but also reveals a fragment of the world's history, whether through audio logs, faded journal entries, or symbolic imagery embedded in the scenery. Player agency. The design of these puzzles respects the player's intelligence and curiosity. Instead of presenting obvious solutions, Atomfall challenges the player to think outside the box, encouraging a sense of accomplishment and engagement when the pieces finally come together. Atomfall's level design is a critical pillar that supports its gameplay mechanics. The levels are meticulously crafted to offer a coherent yet dynamic experience, where each area is a carefully designed puzzle box that invites exploration, experimentation, and mastery. While Atomfall is structured with a defined narrative arc, its level design incorporates elements of nonlinearity that empower the player with a sense of freedom. Branching pathways. Rather than following a strictly linear path, players encounter branching pathways that allow multiple solutions to the same challenge. This design encourages replayability, as different approaches may reveal new secrets or lead to alternative story elements. Exploration and discovery. The open-world sections of the game are seamlessly integrated with more structured, narrative-driven segments. Players are free to roam expansive outdoor environments, discovering hidden locations and uncovering lore that might otherwise remain buried in the background. Adaptive difficulty. The layout of the levels adjusts subtly based on the player's progress. For example, areas that have been repeatedly explored might unlock additional challenges or shortcuts, ensuring that the experience remains engaging even after multiple playthroughs. A defining feature of Atomfall's level design is its innovative use of vertical space and multi-layered environments. Levels are not confined to a single plane. Rather, they are multi-dimensional spaces that challenge players to think both horizontally and vertically. Vertical challenges. Whether scaling towering structures or navigating subterranean passages, verticality is a key element in the game's spatial puzzles. Players may need to ascend precarious ledges, swing across chasms, or drop into hidden basements, all of which are designed to test their mastery of the game's movement mechanics. Layered environments. Levels are constructed with multiple layers of interactivity. Foreground elements may mask hidden dangers in the background, while background details might offer clues to overcoming obstacles in the midground. This layered approach creates a rich, three-dimensional puzzle that rewards careful observation and experimentation. Environmental synergy. The interaction between different layers of a level is often synchronized with other gameplay mechanics. For example, a player might trigger a mechanism on one level that alters the layout on another, thus forging an interconnected web of challenges that heightens the overall sense of immersion. A significant triumph of Atomfall's design lies in how it seamlessly integrates gameplay mechanics with the unfolding narrative. In Atomfall, every gameplay element, from combat and movement to puzzle solving, is imbued with narrative significance, creating a cohesive experience that is both mechanically engaging and emotionally resonant. Atomfall eschews traditional cutscenes in favor of interactive storytelling that unfolds through gameplay. The design philosophy here is to make the player an active participant in the narrative rather than a passive observer. Dynamic world responses. As players interact with the world, they trigger narrative events that reshape their understanding of the story. A well-timed action, like uncovering a hidden passage or defeating a pivotal enemy, can trigger a subtle shift in the game's ambience, signaling a narrative turning point. Embedded lore. Instead of lengthy expository sequences, lore is woven into the very fabric of gameplay. This might be through environmental clues, contextual conversations with non-playable characters, or interactive artifacts that reveal fragments of history as players progress. Player-driven narratives. The choices made during combat, puzzle solving, and exploration are reflected in the game's narrative arc. Each decision, whether strategic or impulsive, contributes to a dynamic storyline that adapts to the player's actions, creating a personalized narrative experience. Innovation in Atomfall isn't limited to flashy mechanics. It also lies in the careful balance between challenge and accessibility. The game is designed to be approachable without sacrificing depth, a feat achieved through thoughtful design and adaptive difficulty. Scalable challenges. Early segments of the game introduce core mechanics gradually, allowing players to build confidence and competence before facing more intricate challenges. As the player's skills develop, the difficulty scales in tandem, ensuring that the game remains challenging without becoming insurmountable. Assistance without hand-holding. While the game is generous with hints and environmental cues, it avoids overt hand-holding. Players are encouraged to learn from their failures and refine their strategies. This iterative learning process is rewarding in itself, making victories feel earned and progression meaningful. Inclusive design. Atomfall's accessibility features extend beyond control customization. The game includes adjustable difficulty settings, visual aids for critical puzzles, and a comprehensive tutorial system that respects the player's pace without diluting the overall challenge. Beyond the core gameplay experience, Atomfall has also garnered attention for its innovative approach to community integration and modding support. By providing robust tools and an open platform for creative expression, the game invites its community to extend the experience well beyond the base narrative. The developers of Atomfall have integrated a suite of modding tools that allow players to create and share their content. This openness fosters a vibrant community where creativity and technical expertise can flourish. Level editors and asset libraries. Players are provided with intuitive editors that allow them to build custom levels, modify environments, and even alter gameplay mechanics. Coupled with extensive asset libraries, these tools empower the community to create experiences that reflect their vision of the Atomfall universe. Community challenges. Regular contests and challenges organized by the developers encourage community engagement. These events often highlight the most innovative user-generated content, creating a feedback loop that inspires further creativity. Seamless integration. User-generated content is designed to integrate seamlessly with the base game, allowing for a cohesive experience that blurs the line between official and fan-made content. This integration not only extends the lifespan of the game, but also enriches the overall narrative tapestry with diverse voices and perspectives. Innovation in Atomfall is not a static achievement. It's a continuous process driven by community feedback and iterative development. Iterative updates. The development team regularly updates the game based on player feedback, ensuring that both mechanics and narrative elements evolve to meet the community's expectations. These updates often introduce new challenges, balance changes, and occasionally, entirely new gameplay mechanics. Collaborative storytelling. The community's interpretations and expansions of the Atomfall lore have, in many cases, influenced subsequent updates and even official narrative directions. This collaborative approach transforms the game into a living narrative where every player's input matters. Atomfall's approach to gameplay mechanics and innovation is a masterclass in integrating traditional elements with modern advancements. By combining intuitive controls, layered movement, dynamic combat, intricate puzzles, and a seamless blend of narrative and gameplay, Atomfall has set a new benchmark for interactive storytelling. Holistic experience. Every mechanic in Atomfall is designed to serve both functional and narrative purposes, ensuring that the gameplay experience is not compartmentalized but part of an evolving story. Player empowerment. Whether through mastering advanced maneuvers, engaging in strategic combat, or solving intricate puzzles, the game empowers players to explore, experiment, and ultimately shape their journey within the Atomfall universe. Continuous innovation. From adaptive AI to physics-based puzzles and community-driven content, Atomfall is a living testament to what can be achieved when innovation is placed at the heart of game design. In this comprehensive exploration of gameplay mechanics and innovation, we see that Atomfall is much more than a game. It is an evolving ecosystem of challenges, rewards, and storytelling that invites every player to immerse themselves in its rich, multifaceted universe. The careful balance between accessibility and challenge, the seamless integration of narrative into every gameplay element, and the commitment to innovation make Atomfall a standout title in a crowded field.